What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Today I'm going to be going over a couple things that I've changed to my bed. When I first made it, I kind of just made it with no plans, kind of. I just made it to how I thought I would have liked it. But I ran into a couple problems once I started putting the trim on the side and really had it in there and started to sit on it and open it and stuff like that. So I'm going to go over a couple problems I've ran into with that and what my new layout of my bed's going to be. Alright, so this is what my bed's looking like right now. I'm going to go over a couple problems I did run into with the old design, and I'm going to kind of go over some of the things that I've done that you haven't seen yet. So the first thing you guys probably see is this trim paneling that is going to be going on the front and the sides. All that is a 1x3 piece of construction wood. Super simple. And I would cut it directly in half. That would leave me with two halves. So I'd have 16 feet, two 8-footers. I'd cut them down to 6 feet. Then I would put them through the planer at about 5 millimeters. So this is pretty much the outcome. This is a piece that goes on, and I would plane the top side so it'd make it nice and smooth and sit flat. And all I'm doing is I'm just nailing them in with I forget what kind of screws are called. They're just called finishing screws. These are them right here. They're just little nails, and those are the screws for my hinges. So that's all I'm doing is how I'm putting on the trim there, and I'm also staining it the same color as my walls. So the top here is a little bit different than what you guys saw when I first made it. The main problem that I ran into with the way that I made it, there's two main problems. One is how high it sat. I'm about 6 foot, 6'1", and how I made it was with 2x2s. So this would be sitting on the top, plus the pallets I want across. So you can see right there how much height I'm actually saving. My head was almost touching the top of the roof. I actually haven't sat on it since I made it like this, but I just know already that it's going to be lower. Plus the mattress too. Mattress is 3 inches thick, so it will pack down a little bit, but you can just imagine how high the bed actually was. And another thing, this top part was super heavy, and it was just unnecessary weight, and I wasn't really 100% happy with it. So I went this route. Another problem that I ran into was this whole thing, if you guys remember, it lifted up. So when it needed to lift up, I needed at least 3 or 4 inches between the wall and my bed for it to lift up. And that was without a mattress, so I can't imagine how far I actually needed to have it out with the mattress on it. So all I did with this was I got a piece of 5/8 plywood. I pretty much gutted the whole inside from the top part. I pretty much came in at a foot on each side and 3 inches between two 2x4s or 2x2s. So it's about 6 inches on each side. Then I drilled the hole in here so it can still open. I can have all my storage under there, and it won't affect the mattress and the wall. I can have this right to the wall, and it will save me space to put my feet in front of it on the ground. So I haven't put the latches on this yet, but all I pretty much did was added 2x2 here, and had that one coming all the way across, and it came out. So this one goes all the way to there, and I have this one in the middle. Then I put one there just to make it more sturdy. So it's actually a lot lighter too. I'm pretty stoked on how it's turning out. So right now I'm just going to finish staining the top of this and nail the rest of the trim on. Alright, so I was explaining in the last video how to stain. In this video is a pretty good example on how it stains cheap plywood. This is just spruce, so there's a lot of, these are all low levels. They're almost like divots in the wood, and the stain won't go down there when you just swipe it over. So what I do is, let's get my paper towel here, dip it a bit, and all I do is I'll just dab. Try to get in those cracks. You can use a sponge for this. I don't have any sponges left, unless I'd be using that, but this works just as well too. So this does take a little bit more time to do, but I just try to get it in as much of the divots as possible. Some of them are going to be super hard to get. Some of them are going to be easier. This is going to rip up your, I'm just using paper towel right now, so it is going to rip up your paper towel. But this is the best way that I've found to do it. You could use like a little paintbrush, I guess, to get into those cracks. But with this plywood, you're gonna run into it a lot because it's not as smooth as the premium plywood that you would buy. That's what it looks like pretty much when it's done. I try to get as much stain in the cracks as possible, but it's super hard, like, to get all in the, some of these are so deep, but I think it looks good. I put the hinges on this, so that goes up, stain under there. I still got to get something that goes underneath that. Might get a piece of like a little rubber or something too, so it doesn't slam like that. Then I got to get a thing to put right there, so when I open it, it stays up. So now I'm just going to finish up the trim here on the front. It should be pretty much good to go. I got to cut a little bit off the off my mattress, so I'm going to have to do that too before I put it on. So this is what my bed's looking like right now. I finished putting the trim on the sides and around it, and put this on. So I have all that storage underneath there. I'm really liking this this design better. This is my mattress for it. I got to cut a couple inches off it because this is the only size that they had. So that'll just fit like that. Then you can see I got to cut off 2 inches. I'll show you from the other side here. So then there's going to be a shelf coming up right here. I didn't put the trim on right there, just because I don't know how long it's going to be, so I'm going to leave that till after. But it's really easy just to lift this up and lift that up at the same time. Obviously I can't do it one-handed, but I'm really happy on how it turned out. It's it gave me like 3 inches more of headroom, and it just, once this packs down to a bit, I'll get a little bit more. And so I'm done with the bed for now until I cut this and get the sheets and stuff all arranged for it. What I'm doing today is I'm going to be doing the water, my water tank, this thing. I'm going to make the bracket for it. So I'm going to measure out what I need and start mounting the ledge for it. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. This is what I have laid out so far for my water jug. I just cut a circular hole right there. This is going to be attached to the wall. Then my jug, this is just sitting here, so it's going to be a little, it's just going to sit like that. So I'm going to drill this all together and see how good it fits once it's all secured together. So I finished staining my water holder. That's what it pretty much looks like when it's all done and stained. I made a little section right here that this little drawer is gonna go into. So I cut out all the trim for around here, and I'm also gonna do trim around here, just so this part looks better. But I'm pretty excited on how that looks. This will pretty much be like that, and the water tank will be right here. Then this is my sink underneath. I'm gonna have to Varathane right here just in case some water does come up and splash it, just to protect the wood. But that's a pretty nice sized drawer that you can see there. I don't really know what I'm gonna put in it yet, but it's it turned out. I was gonna put 2 little drawers, but I decided just to put 1. So maybe I'll put like my knives and stuff in here. I don't know yet, but it's come along pretty good. So I just finished up staining the pieces of trim that's gonna go around my little drawer and my water carrier here. So there's gonna be trim coming all the way around with here. Then there's gonna be a little handle in the middle on this drawer. Then there's just going to be trim going around this top part, just to break it up a bit so it looks a little bit better than just trim around this than this blank. So I decided to put some around there. So I'm going to show you what it's going to look like once it's actually in the van. I hope you guys can see this. It's kind of dark out right now, so I'm just sitting in here with my lights. But this is what it's going to look like once it's sitting there. Like I had this little drawer right here, like I said. The main reason why I put it like this is because I couldn't get this out to the very, very top. As well as another thing I thought about after was I don't want this water coming up from way up here. It'll splash a lot. So this is like a pretty good height. So all I have to do pretty much is I'm going to secure this to the top of the counter, and I have the bars back here to drill it right to the wall. So you can see right there, I put 2 in there, 2 in there, and that's how I'm going to secure it. And I'm pretty confident that this will hold this water and the water won't come out, because this will be like heavy once there's a little bit of water in it. So I'm pretty I'm okay with that. I think that will turn out pretty well. So this pretty much comes up right to the edge of the sink. I still gotta Varathane this. I think I might just Varathane the whole thing, just to be safe, you know. Just in case any water does spill out when I'm putting this back in or something like that. I'd rather just have everything Varathane. So what I'm going to be doing next is this last drawer right here, and the rest of this trim. I'm going to have the trim come around. So I'll be doing that next. I picked up a garbage can as well as the ball joint valve, or ball, I don't know if it's called a ball joint. No, I think it's just a ball head valve. Anyways, I picked up one of those. That thing back there is going to be my water storage tank. I still got to drill a hole in the side and do all that. But that's what I'm going to be doing next, is finishing up this kitchen area. Then after that is done, I'm going to be building the shelf that goes right along here. So I'm going to be building that next in the upcoming videos. So I hope everyone has a good day, and until next time, take it easy, guys.